Okay, so today we're going to talk about what happens when we're given just a pair of coordinates and they want us to write an equation for that. So the trend in this class so far has been to basically write a y equals mx plus b equation given whatever we're given. In this case, they're only giving us coordinate points. So what we need to do is figure out a way to find the slope and the y-intercept from coordinate points in order to do this. So, and just so you can see this paper a little better, they're all written the same with different coordinates. Your model problem 1 says, what is the equation for the line that passes through the points 3, 4, and 5, 8? All right. Remembering that we're going to use this y equals mx plus b equation. All right. So what we have to do is we have to figure out a way to find m from these coordinates and find b from this. So our first step is going to be to find the slope given a pair of coordinates. Now, the formula for slope is going to be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That's the official formula for slope when you're given coordinates. Notice then basically you label these points x1, y1, x2, y2. It doesn't matter which one's labeled which. We'll label this one x1, this one y1, and then this is x2, and this is y2. So basically what you're going to do to find the slope is you're going to take the y coordinates and subtract them from each other. So in this case, you've got 8 is y2, 4 is y1, and then you're going to take the x coordinates and subtract them from each other. So x2 is 5, and x1 is 3. So 8 minus 4 is going to be 4. 5 minus 3 is going to equal 2. All right. So your slope here is going to be 4 over 2. So m is equal to 2 in this particular problem. All right. We found the slope. Now we've got to find b. All right. So if you remember what everything in this equation stands for, m is the slope, which we have a number for, and then x and y are just coordinate points that are on that line. So what you can do is you can pick any one of these coordinates, either one, since they're both on the same line. One of them's x, one of them's y, one x, one y. Take these numbers for x and y and m, put it into this equation, and solve for b. So let's just take this coordinate point, 3, 4. We're going to use that. The first coordinate's always x, the second one's y. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this standard equation, y equals mx plus b, and we're going to plug in numbers for x and y and m so that we can solve for b. All right. So the number we get for y is going to be 4 is equal to m we found to be 2. And then that's going to be times x, which in this coordinate is 3. Notice your x and y must both come from the same coordinate. And then that's going to be plus b, which is the thing that we don't know. Now we can find b by solving it like a regular equation. So this is going to be 4 is equal to 2 times 3 is 6. Now to solve for b in this little equation, all you have to do is subtract 6 from both sides. So 4 minus 6 is negative 2 is equal to b. So now we've got m is 2, b is negative 2. We can lift out the m and the b and put these numbers in there and get the general equation. So this is going to be y is equal to slope 2 times x plus b, which in this case is negative 2, so we'll be on minus 2. So this is the equation of the line that passes through these 2 points. Okay? Now in the second problem, let me do another example with you before I have you try one. There's an easier way to go about finding the slope. If you don't like to use the formula, the easy way to find the slope is to take the coordinates and line them up. So we've got 4, 5, and then we're going to have the coordinate 8, 3. All right, now look at what we've done. Up here in the formula, we're subtracting the points from each other, all right? y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. So what we can do is basically take one point, one set of points, and subtract it from the other coordinate point. That's all we did up here in the formula. So you can take 4 minus 8, which is negative 4. And then you can take 5 minus 3, which is 2. And that's half the battle. that's the first thing you did. You subtracted each coordinate point from each other. So that's what you're accomplishing by doing that. The next thing you have to do is take the y, the final y, and divide it by the x. So you want to take, to get the slope, you're just going to take the second number, 2, divided by the first number, which is -4. Now this is going to be -2/4, but remember, if you want to reduce that, you can divide top and or 2 into both the top and the bottom. So the reduced form of this would be -1/2. So there's your m. Okay? Second step, we take m and then we pick one of the coordinates. It doesn't matter which one. And we're going to plug it into this general equation where we see x and y. So let's go with the first coordinate, make our lives easier. It looks like smaller numbers. The y coordinate is 5, so that's the first thing in our equation. So 5 is equal to m is -1/2. And then that's going to be times the first coordinate, which is x, and that's 4 plus b. All right? And then it becomes a game of trying to simplify this. Well, -1/2 times 4. Remember, this is the same as 4/1. When we're multiplying, we multiply the tops, and then we multiply the bottoms. So this is going to be 5 is equal to -1 times 4, which is -4, and then 2 times 1, which is 2. Now notice the 4/2 can simplify. -4 divided by 2 is just -2. So 5 is equal to -2 plus b. And then solve for b, get b by itself. We add 2 to both sides. So our b here is 5 plus 2, which is 7. All right? Now we'll take our m and our b and we'll put it in the general form, y equals mx plus b. So our general equation is going to be y is equal to m, which is -1/2, x, plus our b, which is 7. Okay? So what I want you to do is take a minute and pause the video, try this last problem. Find the y equals mx plus b for this one. What is the equation for the line that passes through the coordinates 1, 2, and 5, 10. Take a minute, pause the video, and see if you can come up with it, and I'll be back in a second to walk you through it. Okay, so we determined up here an easier way to go other than the formula. You can use the formula if you like, but it's easier, I think, to just subtract the points from each other. So in this case, we've got the coordinate point 1, 2, and the coordinate point 5, 10. So what we're going to do is subtract them from each other. So it's 1 minus 5 is -4. Then we've got 2 minus 10, which is -8. All right, and then the slope is going to be the second number divided by the first number, the y over the x. So -8 divided by -4. In this case, negative divided by negative is positive. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So our slope is a +2. Now we've got our slope and we've got an x and y coordinate. We'll take and plug it back into our original equation. We'll go with the first one here again. Doesn't matter which one you pick. The first y coordinate here is 2. So we'll replace y with 2 is equal to m, which we found was 2, times x, which in this coordinate is 1, plus b. So 2 is equal to 2 times 1, which is 2, plus b. And then if we're solving this, we have to subtract 2 from both sides. 2 minus 2 is 0, is equal to b. So in this case, we've got a slope of 2 and a b of 0. So our general form of the equation will be y is equal to m, which is 2, times x, plus b, which is 0. Now notice, since it's plus 0, you don't really have to write the plus 0. This is just the equation y is equal to 2x. That is perfectly legit. If you have any questions, bring them to class.